All right, let's get into the bar bad dose hurricane and tie some things in together for us, okay? Because I have some personal stories that kind of clue into this. There was an after hours club called The Tunnel underneath Area 51 back in the day in the early 2000s in Dallas, but it was open from 4 to 8 in the morning, or 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Anyways, this place had people strung out on ecstasy or whatever, laying out on the floor like they were dead, right? And the police were standing around and people were doing their deals and whatever else, okay? So that's one part, like playing backwards. And then me and the wife, we went to LA with some friends back in the day, and she went up to the bar to get some beers, and she brought the beers back. Anyways, mine was so-called dosed, and anyways, I ended up falling out and puking on the street and whatever else, right? So I've been given that bad so-called tainted beer from the bartender. And then the other day, the neighbor, she gave us a little bit of so-called sangria from the Costco, right? And my wife watched her open it up. It was a new bottle. Anyways, I had about 4 ounces of this, maybe 6 ounces. And my wife, she had maybe 6 or 8 ounces of this. But it hit me like a freight train about 11 o'clock with a headache. And I was up from 1 to 5 in the morning or whatever, with one of the worst headaches I've ever had. And it was, I could have swore somebody drugged me, or I was to the point where I might have to go to the hospital, that kind of thing. Like, and I've not done a lot of drugs. I've been drugged. I've taken too much GHB, all kinds of things that you've done back in the day as the party scene. But I know when I've been given something or whatever, and something was not right. And I swear, if I had to drink more than what I drank or whatever, I'd probably be in the hospital or dead or whatever. But this is a sign for that Costco, that wholesale Costco-vid. Okay, so there can be some things in the food, like The Last of Us tells us, and these artificial dyes, or these dyes or whatever, these dyes are for the dyes in those dice games for that poker and the roulette and all that shit that's coming, okay? So the roulette for the reds lit, and that anger and the hell on earth and all that stuff. But the bar bad dose, this could be where the fentanyl, the Fenton, the MJ, the Jackson, that king of pop or whatever, you have him dying from this, from the doctor, and we see the Dr. Fauci replay with the Dr. Jill and that stuff. But we can see how the bad dose can come from Dr. Jill, or the bad dose can come in these bars or whatever with the preset Trojan horse and those things. So this is where that nightclub, the club is being shown on the poker and those types of things for the cards to be dealt. So just buyer beware. The alcohol is that Kool-Aid. That Kool-Aid is part of the times where Jim Jones, or whatever his name was, it took the people. Okay, so this is where all these things are kind of compounding in the bar scene. And the bar is part of that rod of iron that comes. So the time to get out of the nightclub per se would be now in that scene, and the street drugs and all those things, because the dragon is coming to give power, and this dragon is coming on, is not and is to come. So what we've been taught as America's built on a Christian nation, it's going to that Christian nation, it's going to that Bell worship nation. And there's two types of 1955. There's the ones without technology, and they're the ones where they love God and they love man, and everything is nice and easy. Okay, so that's where you get the Jetsons versus the Terminator and those types of things. But either way, I'm just giving a heads up because the neighbor gave us some wine from Costco, and I had very little of it, 4 to 6 ounces, and it rocked my world that night. And I swear to God, I was either poisoned, I was drugged by the neighbor, or whatever was going on, but it was not right. Okay, and for something to hit the head that much, like it, I never get headaches, y'all. Okay, I never get a migraine. I haven't had I can remember how many headaches I've had as an adult, and it's been through something I have ingested. And the last one I had that made me puke or whatever was with a hamburger or whatever my wife bought me a while back. But either way, I'm just putting these things together because these are mirrors for the things coming in the fast food. There's nothing fast, and stay off, what's that old saying? Speed kills, stay on the grass. Okay, so the stay on the grass is that turd dill shell, that turd. It's about to be dealt for the old crapture. So either way, y'all, got to spit these things out because that bar bad dose and some other things with this hurricane that's tying on, this hurricane four heads and shit, it's going to flatten some things and cause a stir, but America will get theirs too.